Hello everyone, welcome back. Haven't been uploading for a while, took a long break. Probably still don't upload that often, but I had to make a dip of my favorite deck. It just came out with the new stuff. So let's just get into this. I'll explain the ratios when I get to them. First we start off with Triple Cardian Pine. It's your normal summon of the deck. When it's normal summon, you draw a card, reveal it. If it's not a Cardian, send it to the grave. When destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, you draw a card. You gotta run 3. It's get your play started to level 1. And then I run 1 of this, the 2000 attack version. You gotta tribute Pine to get him off. He basically just lets you draw a card. That's really it. The 2000 attack ones aren't that good. I don't like them. But that seems like a usual ratio. I played this because I do play a Lower Darkness in the deck, and this is a good card for banishing. Good card to get off Super Koi, stuff like that. Extends plays. Then I run triple Zebra of Grass. You can open hand, brick hand, you can draw into bricky cards. So I prefer running 3 Zebra of Grass because it unclogs your hand, draws you into more of the spell cards that you won't have to discard, Allure of Darkness, stuff like that. Just a really good card, all in all. I wouldn't play less than 3. And then I play its counterpart, Zebra Grass with Moon. Same reason I play Crane. It's just both decent cards. That's the only 2000 attack ones I run. There's no reason to run the other ones. And I play 2 Power Wanna because it's a free special summon. Triple Willow because it's one of the best cards in the deck. That's not a Willow. That's a Willow. So Triple Willow because one of the best cards in the deck again. Recycle your Cardians. You can just target himself in the graveyard, put him back, target the new Cherry Blossoms. Just go off every place. Hopefully draw into the spell cards instead. So yeah, it's just a good card. And then I obviously play Triple Calligrapher. This is the main tuner of the deck. Willow's really easy to get off because if you control level 11 or lower, so if you control any Cardian but Pelawana, you can special summon Willow. And this card just lets you draw a card. If it's a Cardian, keep it. If it's not, send it to the grave. It's a tuner, 2000 attack. Nothing more you can really ask. That's it for the first generation. The first generation still is just really good. You have to play them. Let's hope we get more main deck support for this deck, but I don't believe we will. There's an extra deck card coming out. If they keep on track with what they're doing before, we might get a monster and we might get a spell. But I don't believe so. Then we run Triple Deer. And essentially the same cards for monsters, Triple Boar. These 2 cards do the same thing. They don't target. They pop spell and trap cards. They're just really good at 3s in my opinion. They're easier to get off. They get rid of like anti-spell, Zodiac cards, baits out lots of stuff like Crystal Wing. And if your opponent says yes to the draw, and you draw into a Cardian, and then you go pop the stuff, they can't chain to it, because your effect is resolving. I just want to add that. I know not a lot of people really care about that. Just want to add that in there. I've been rolled with that at my locals, just because I'm the only one that plays this deck there. This is still a okay deck. We just need a few more monsters, maybe 1 more main deck monster. So yeah, just 3/3. I might cut it down to 2/2 and add like maybe a Rhoda and a Twin Twister. I'm not sure. Then we run Triple Butterfly, the other tuner. This card lets you draw, and then if it's a Cardian, look at the top of the card of your opponent's deck and put them back on top or bottom in any order. So stack your opponent's card deck. Just, give them bad cards, hopefully. Then onto the new support. Triple Cherry with Blossoms. You can reveal Cardian monster. Sorry, reveal this, draw a card. If it's Cardian, special summon this. If it's not, send the Cardian and this to the graveyard. Also when you battle a monster, during either player's damage step, when your Flower Cardian monster battles opponent's monster, you can discard this card, battle the monster with 1000 attack. So if your attack has like 1000 less, you just discard this, boom, it gets over your opponent's monster. But its real advantage is it lets you draw, lets you get even more draw power, even more monsters in the field. This is why the deck is really good right now. Well, the deck is actually really good. You lose to like vanities, and vanities, anti-spell, majesties, vanity's fiend, dimensional barrier, stuff like that. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons the deck is good. Then I run 2 Flower Gathering. This is a good card. It clogs at 3. You want to see it, but you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it all the time. Then of course we run the triple flower stacking. Seems obvious. Look, stack next top 3 cards of your deck. Next turn you can banish the outer cardian. So yeah, it's just obvious. Then I run 2 super Koikois. This card's still decent for the deck. It's just like having another Pine or another Cherry Blossoms. So you're really running 8. So yeah. And then we run triple Reincarnation. This card lets you target a flower cardian monster you graveyard, add it to your hand, and then special on 1 flower cardian monster from your hand, ignoring saving conditions. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a flower cardian monster's effect, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, add 1 spell trap card from it, and place them back in any order. So this card is just really dumb. Extends your plays, and it gives. This is the first card we've gotten that gets effect off being milled by the Cardians. So you draw this, it gets milled. Whoop-de-doo. You get to stack the next 5 cards. And then 2 Lure Darkness, 3 Clogs. Nothing else really to say about that. That's it for the main deck. 40 card main deck. Wouldn't run more. Can't run less. Then we run Cardian Light Flare. I'd run 3. You don't make 3, but you might as well. I don't have 3. Its effect is once per turn. You can. 1 second. Refocus. Once per turn to either player's turn, when an opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it. If a flat-end card monster you control battles opponent's monster, the monster's effect's negated during the battle phase only. And if this face-up synchro monster is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of the opponent's card effect, you can special on 1 flower cardian synchro monster from your extra deck. So this card it's a 5,000 beat stick, easy to get off in the deck, and yeah, it's just best card in the deck. Make it all the time. Second best card, 3 Light Shower. I wish it was still called the OCG name, but you also know what this card does. Flattening card monsters you control can't be targeted or sharp card effects during your opponent's draw phase for the normal draw. If they draw cards for the normal draw phase, they take 1,500 life points, but also during your end phase, you can either negate this or skip your next draw phase. Majority of the time, you're gonna skip your next draw phase because you don't need it. Like seriously, if you have Flower Stacking Engrave, you don't need it. And then Triple Board Fly. This card's actually really dumb. It's a walking Necro Valley, because if a Flat Card monster control it gives all your Flat Card monsters piercing, but the main effect is once per turn, you can banish 1 Flat Card monster from your graveyard till the end of your opponent's next turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards in the graveyard, and they cannot special monsters in the graveyard. So this is a walking Necro Valley on a card. It's just most decks right now, but maybe Infernoids with Long Running next door, can really make use of the graveyard. Other decks don't really care. But we have these 3 and these 3, so yeah, you have extra deck space for the days. Well guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, make it less than 10 minutes. If you guys have any suggestions, any questions, ask below in the comments. I'll try to reply to them. Thanks guys, have a good night, and day, or afternoon, whatever you want.